Hello, I'm Craig Constantine.
And I'm Jesse Danger.
Are you looking for ways to bring conversation alive? Then you are in the right place. Welcome to Open and Curious. In each of these episodes, we begin with a question and work our way to a challenge. Some questions we explore have clear answers, and some lead to more questions and further unknowns. The challenge we seek to find at the end of each episode is meant to help you explore each question on your own. Are you heading toward what you already understand or toward your unknown? That's my question for today.
I actually love this question, and it's making me think of two things in my kind of regular practice. I just started going to a Gurdjieff group a few months ago, and I've also been going a little bit to a Quaker meeting. And both of these kind of call for the same kind of point of mind. And I got to talk about Gurdjieff with some of the Quakers, and this point of mind, the Quakers actually call this God. So they say when you're speaking from that deeply present, relevant place, rather than from your
id or your ego, that self, the thing that is behind the windshield looking out.
Then that's God, and in the Gurdjieff group, maybe they would also, but it's a call for deep presence. It's waiting past the I need to say that, or if I say this, I'm going to look smart, or agenda. That's what I was looking for. That word. We bring our agenda into our conversations, and if we can strip out of it, so we can actually, in some sense, even be able to play a conversation like a fascinating game of chess, where we actually see and start making decisions versus being called and being on kind of autopilot. And I think a lot of conversations are in autopilot. I've been also working on pointing this out in others, so maybe this is bringing it away, but finding the gentle way to say how is what you just said adding, versus just kind of what you felt compelled to respond with. What do you? Can we go a little deeper? What are you really thinking about this? And
what made me ask this question, the original seed, and I love what you were pointing at about the agenda and purpose, because the original seed. Hello, I'm Craig Constantine. Are you looking for ways to bring conversation alive? Then the Open and Curious podcast is for you. In each 15-minute episode, we begin with a question and work our way to a challenge. Some questions we explore have clear answers, and some lead to more questions and further unknowns. The challenge we seek to find at the end of each episode is meant to help you explore each question on your own. To purchase the Open and Curious podcast episodes, please see openandcurious.org. There's a link in the show notes. Once purchased, all of the episodes will appear and play just as you expect in your favorite podcast player. Questions, comments, want to rant or rave? My email address is also in the show notes, and I'd love to hear from you. As always, I appreciate your time and attention, and I don't take it for granted.